Hello YouTube family, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Sharita and welcome. And in today's video, you guys, we are going to be celebrating Black History Month all month, and this video is actually dedicated to all Black owned brands. So we've got a touch of skincare, we have some beauty, and absolutely some fragrance. So the vast majority of the products that we will feature today will be available through Sephora. Sephora has partnered with me on today's video, so I'm so proud to announce that, and you are going to find some true gems on this list. And so without further ado, let's go ahead and dive right into today's video. All right, you guys, as always, before we start, please be sure that you are subscribed to the channel, and while I have you, be sure that you are signed up to become a beauty insider. If you are not a beauty insider and you shop Sephora, I don't understand what you're waiting on, because this is a free way for you to get some rewards. Stack those points every time you purchase, and those points can be applied towards samples, deluxe samples, full-size products, and just an array of different amazing freebies. So be sure that you do sign up to become a beauty insider today. Information on how to do that will be linked in the description box. And if you are not familiar with the beauty insider program, it's going to be broken down into tiers. So the very top, which I am a Rouge member, you just have to spend a certain amount within that calendar year to reach that status. So I know I get free same-day shipping because I'm a Rouge member if it's available for that particular product. I also get first access to savings events. So even though it is tier-based, it doesn't matter where you fall within the tiers, you can start saving and stacking those points today. Also, while you're at it, be sure to check out their link to same-day delivery services and expedited shipping. So again, all of that information will be linked below, so be sure to check it out in the description box. So the first thing we're going to touch on is skin. So I did not think that I was going to love this Fenty Butter Drop Hydrating Body Milk so much, because I'm thinking this is going to be like a weakened form of the body butter. However, this really does hydrate your skin much more so than a typical lotion. This body milk really does give you body care, body moisturize, mixed with like a serum. That is the consistency, and it really does stay on the skin. It gives you a beautiful sheen, and though this is going to be a step down from a full-on body butter, this is going to be much better suited for all year. I'm not really one to reach for really heavy, you know, those emulsifying butters throughout spring and summer. I do want something just a little lighter on the skin because my skin kind of fares on the oilier side, but this is just going to be so perfect. So you're going to be very hydrated, but not wearing something really heavy and thick to achieve that, if that makes any sense. So of course, this one is going to be brought to you by Rihanna. And while we're speaking about Rihanna, the lip combo. So for the lip today, I am wearing Fenty Gloss Bomb Stick in the shade Sorta Selfish. This is so amazing because you just throw this one product on, honey, and you have your color and your shine in one step. I don't do a lip liner today. I don't, just this one thing. My lips are put together in a very gorgeous nude that really does suit my complexion. And I have also topped it off with something newer, and I am so obsessed with this skin product. I cannot believe I waited so long to try anything from K Skin. So if you're not familiar, K Skin is from Winnie Harlow. She's a beautiful Black supermodel with vitiligo, and we've never seen anyone with vitiligo just completely burst onto the scene the way she did. She's a top model alum, but she's so beautiful, and she really does have to protect her skin even more so than, you know, just your average person, because she does have that particular diagnosis for her skin. And her inspiration behind even creating this line was to protect the skin, make it very nourished and make it healthy, because she has stepped out onto, you know, these on location sets around the world, and all this sun exposure actually started to change the pattern of her vitiligo because she was not protecting her skin. A lot of the times as Black women, melanated women, we think we can abandon SPF. That is such a myth. I am almost 43, okay? I take care of my skin. It is so critical. It doesn't matter how great your genetics are, you still need to do your due diligence in protecting what God has gifted to you. So yes, my mom has great skin. I'm gifted in that way, but I'm going to go above and beyond to make sure that I protect this face card right here. And so what I wanted to start with was the lip balm. It has SPF 30, and this is absolutely the one area I neglect with SPF, my lips. And that too needs protection protection. And so I put this on, and this is going to be better than any lip gloss or lip oil or combination of the two that I have tried. I need to stock up on these in multiple colors because this keeps my lips protected, but also so beautiful, glossy, hydrated with this formula. It is a 10 out of 10 formula. You need this in your life. I'm telling you, you're welcome. So the last little bit of makeup I want to touch on before we get into the fragrances is going to be my blush for today. I don't do a beat at this point without something from DANESSA MYRICKS on my face, okay? We've got a little bit of DANESSA on the eyes, but that particular palette is no longer available through Sephora, but I will still pop it up here so that you can see exactly what palette I have. So hopefully you can still get your hands on it. But today's blush is going to be the Yummy Skin. I think this is like a balm, and it's a blush. It's actually a multi-use product. So you can use this on the eyes, the cheeks, the lips, wherever you want. I find that this is such a beautiful coral color for my complexion because it gives it just a little life. It's not dry, but it's not super shiny. It's really going to give you skin and a gorgeous finish, and the pigments stay put. So it's very long wearing, and me personally, I find that the blush is the first thing to leave the face. It just really soaks into the skin and it just kind of disappears before anything else on my face does. So a really good blush product, especially in this shade. If you are a woman of color, you need something with a coral or a really beautiful orange color because it really does complement your skin tone like no other shade. So that is going to be the beauty and skin for today. Now let's get into these fragrances. So the first fragrance house that I want to touch on today is going to be from Brown Girl Jane. I cannot believe I slept on this house for the length of time that I did, but sleep on this house no longer, okay? Y'all, if you have never tried anything, you need to start now. Start with the travel sizes. Sephora has them all. And the first full bottle that I added was Casino. This is a newer release from the house. And if you love vanilla, if you love coffee fragrances, if you love super sugary sweet gourmands, you absolutely need to get your nose on this fragrance because this one is so much more gourmand than what I thought. I was afraid that this was going to remind me of a lot of other like espresso or coffee fragrances in my collection. But what I love about this is it really, really does have a super prominent vanilla edge to it. It's not that it's vanilla necessarily featured in the notes because I think they have like almond foam and, you know, cake, rum cake and things like that featured, but it's supposed to give you the vibe of like an espresso martini. So if you could just imagine the vibe of this, I'm going to say you are sitting down in a really quaint but classy cafe. This is after hours. It is midnight, okay? And we are sipping us a delicious espresso martini. And the waiter has just bought you out the most delicious, decadent piece of rum cake with a vanilla drizzle. That is the vibe of this scent. This gets so beautiful, decadent, rich, deep, a little intoxicating. It's almost like if Amore Cafe and Tahota had a baby, then you would have Casino. And it also has like these little chocolatey nuances. I know they're saying espresso martini, but this has a bit of a Tootsie Roll vibe, like chocolate but in a Tootsie Roll way. It's absolutely scrumptious, you guys. So please check out Casino because I didn't know what to expect from this one, but I absolutely love it. Now the one I regret buying in a small size because I need the full bottle is Casablanca. I heard Fab Finds by Keitra and many others really rant and rave about this one in particular. And when I heard vanilla, when I heard her say marshmallow, I'm thinking we're going to get something really just normal vanilla run-of-the-mill, oh fluffy marshmallow sweet girly scent. Oh no, no, no. I did not even bother to look at the full breakdown of notes, but when I tell you this is rich, delicious, sexy. They left out the sexy part. That is what this is. So if you're looking for a gourmand, but you want something with a touch of suede, lots of sexy, indulgent seduction, that is what Casablanca is. I already have this full bottle in my cart and I cannot wait because this one, I feel like is going to be one that you're going to want to wear for the remainder of winter, maybe the very first parts of spring in the evening, because this in my mind is going to be fall winter. This one one also maybe fall winter, but you can still definitely pull this one off in the spring because it doesn't wear too loud or too heavy. But something about the suede facet of this one is giving me, you know, those fall winter vibes. Casablanca opens with notes of marshmallow, incense, and cardamom. You have middle notes of suede, vanilla orchid, and saffron, and you have base notes of musk, amber, and sandalwood. And the fact that it has the incense, okay, the suede, it is so smooth, but then you have this powdery touch from the vanilla orchid. Lots of spiciness, but in a very smooth and subtle way that doesn't jump out at you, and it's not too brash, because saffron and cardamom, they can really kind of take over a scent. So well balanced here. This is feminine, but I can also see a guy pulling this off if they're into sweeter scents. The musk, it's there, but just slightly. You're going to get a lot of that vanilla orchid, however. And the marshmallow is done in a really gorgeous, fluffy, indulgent way. And this is just going to be a warm, comforting, delicious, and sexy, you know, vanilla marshmallow scent that has just the right amount of spice to make it sexy. Incense to give it a little smoky edge, the right amount of suede to give it sensuality. It is a gorgeous scent, and I find that this has amazing lasting power as well. I only have this travel size, so I can't wait to get, you know, a full bottle to really give myself an overspray, spray me down experience, and I will update you all when I'm able to do that. But so far, because I feel like half of my travel is gone and it's not even been a week yet, but I am absolutely obsessed with this, and it's one I recommend you get your nose on before any other thing. Get your nose on this one because it's a stunner. Again, these are from Brown Girl Jane, and this is Casablanca and Casino. Next up is probably going to be one of the most addictive, sexiest fragrance in my entire collection, and this is from Chris Collins. Chris Collins was a model, okay? So not only is the face and body it, like, the man smells good and he moisturizes. What? Okay, listen, he really did his thing with this one, and it just wears so beautiful and unique to anything else in my collection. This is a rose oud with some real sophistication, and it's just a touch of uniqueness because it has passion fruit. We typically don't see that in the mix when we're talking about rose oud. Those scents can really become redundant just depending on what they have decided to pair with it and create the fragrance around. This one too is very warm and spicy, but it's so smooth. The oud in here, it is done to perfection because it doesn't wear odd or dirty or anything like that. And Sephora does not have a lot of fragrances with oud, you know, as an offering, but this one is available through Sephora, and it is one that I highly recommend anyone get their nose on if they are looking to enter into, you know, this world of oud and they want something sweet but also unique. So this one opens with saffron, roasted coffee beans, and passion fruit. You have middle notes of rose de mai, pink peony, olibanum, and you have base notes of vanilla bean, amber, and oud. So there's just something about the sweetness that really does make this addictive. So if you love ambery, vanilla, warm, spicy fragrances and you're looking to dip your toe into oud, then this is one you must check out. This is unisex, so I feel like anyone can put this on because, again, it does wear sweeter, but this is going to be quintessential date night, fall and winter. And me personally, I would even wear this maybe on a spring date night where it's a little breeze in the air, because this is very substantial wearing. I mean, the notes would suggest so, and it really is, but it is so intoxicating. One of the most intoxicating fragrances, and just an amazing composition all around. This is actually my first from the brand, and of course I will definitely be adding Lust Oud Delice next because I sampled it and I absolutely love it. Again, this one is Long Kiss Goodnight from the house of Chris Collins. So you know I could not do a black owned video featuring beauty, featuring fragrance, without talking about Forvr Mood from the OG YouTuber Miss Jackie Asamoah. Now no longer Ina, she's a married lady now. So NDA is going to be one of my favorite from the 4 that she released, I think maybe around this time last year, but all of them are beautiful. I have all 4 in full sizes, but NDA NDA is the vanilla of the bunch, but this is not going to be straightforward cupcake, vanilla extract, vanilla. This is sexy date night vanilla, and it really does wear unique to any of the others in my probably 100 plus vanilla collection. So NDA is spiced rum, it's vanilla, it's tobacco. There is definitely, you know, a sweetness to it, but it's not anything going to be super sugary, sweet, or cloying. It is just the right amount to make you feel feminine, but very self-assured, sexy, and just ready for date night. This is one that does have, you know, the spicier, boozy scents, but it's not going to wear overly heavy. So honestly, you can wear this all year. And it's a tobacco flower that just really does set this one apart for me personally. You also get a little bit of warmth from some tonka bean. And again, that rum, it's there, it's doing its thing, but it's not overly boozy. So if you're looking for a phenomenal budget friendly, then go ahead and check out the Forvr Mood range. But if you are a vanilla girl, a warm, spicy girl, start here with NDA because it is a phenomenal scent. Again, this one is NDA from Forvr Mood. So this next fragrance we're going to dive into is from Harlem Candle Company. Harlem Candle Company, I remember when they burst onto the IG scene and they had the most beautiful home scents. A lot of their candles are going to be named after, you know, prominent figures in the African American history and culture. And I just love everything about the brand. It really does speak to Harlem, New York for number one. And it really does speak to the culture. It's classy, it's sophisticated, it's historic, and they have just given us such a beautiful scent. Now that they've expanded their home range to fragrances, this is Speakeasy, and it's rich, it's complex, it's sexy, and it's one you absolutely have to try. If you like the idea of smelling like I will almost say like a mulled wine or a cocktail. Like this is cocktail, but it's giving very warm and spicy. It opens with cardamom, pimento pepper, bourbon whiskey, bergamot, and elemi. You have middle notes of tobacco, guaiac wood, saffron, plum blossom, and labdanum. And you have base notes of dark chocolate, patchouli, amber, vanilla, tonka, and cedarwood. So this one, oh my God. It's so spicy and rich. There's a decadence to this. Even though they only mention the vanilla, it does wear a little sweeter. And the plum is really plumbing. I know they say just plum blossom, but this really has a gorgeous, prominent plum note. So that plum playing with the tobacco and the saffron and this really rich bourbon whiskey in the top, you're getting something that is top tier. If Kilian came out with a fragrance that had this scent, everyone would be lined up down the street to pay top dollar, that $385 plus tax for this fragrance, because it smells just that well crafted and just that good, and honestly better than what Kilian has been coming out with the past couple years. So get your nose on this one if you're in the market for something spicy, warm, sexy, boozy, and quite honestly unique to any others that you probably own. I do also have Langston, which is another one from them, but this smells very close to Angel Share in my opinion. So if you have Angel Share, you probably don't need to add this one, but I just find that they wear too similar for me to say that, okay, this is a really unique creation, but this is really well crafted and really well done nonetheless. But if you're looking for something just a little bit more unique to the market, then I will say go with Speakeasy. And I find that both of these fragrances layer so beautifully with this brown sugar babe oil Milky Way. And so this brand, as you know, is also Black female owned, and this one is done in collaboration with beautiful YouTuber, Instagrammer, TikToker, just our queen of fragrance, Rock Slay. And she created something that really does give you the smell of like a milk by commodity, and they just really do layer so well together. So this oil is very strong, wonderful fragrance, very vanilla, creamy, custard type of scent that is going to pair beautifully with fragrances that feature spicy notes and a little bit of vanilla as well. So next up on the list is going to be a wonderful fragrance fragrance that is going to be for someone who loves, I would say, unisex, earthy scents, maybe leaning ever so slightly masculine, but I think anyone could really put this on and pull it off if you're into true unisex scents. This is going to be from the house of Savoir Faire, and this is Ascension. I remember I was going through Ponce Market and I stumbled upon a shop that featured just literally all of these Atlanta black owned brands, and they had, you know, a shelf dedicated to this brand. And I just went through smelling everything, and everything smells so beautiful, of quality. And so I finally just went on ahead, you know, after testing a few, pulled the trigger on this one because this is really going to give you earthy fig, but wearable. It's very sexy, but it doesn't go too deep and dark. It really does give you something gorgeously unique and really well crafted. So Ascension features notes of blue lotus, papyrus, fresh earth, sandalwood, fig, Haitian vetiver, black pepper, bergamot, white sage, Japanese cedar, pear, and musk. And honestly, with that breakdown, it really does sound unique, and the scent really does come off as unique, but you do get that fig, you get this earthy quality without it feeling too scratchy, overbearing, and just, you know, a little bit too deep and dark. It really does toe that line, you know, a little aromatic, a little spicy, a little earthy, a little fruity from that fig, and just the right amount of cedar and musk. Beautifully composed composition. And again, for my earthy girls, you have to check this one out. This one again is Ascension from Savoir Faire. Last but not least, it's going to be from the house of Taboo, and this is Pistachio Eclat. I have touched on this one before in a video, but this is going to be gorgeously floral. You have to be into florals to vibe with this one, but if you are in the market for a gorgeous floral fragrance that also has a prominent pistachio, okay, with some sweetness, but not really giving you these gourmand vibes, really classy, elegant lady vibes, then that is exactly what Pistachio Eclat does. So Pistachio Eclat opens with top notes of toasted pistachio shell, vanilla, milk, sweet orange, pink peppercorn, middle notes of roasted malt accord, sakura blossom, pistachio accord, tobacco, and heliotropin, and you have base notes of sandalwood, Taboo signature accord, pistachio seed extract. So I mentioned that I'm getting like a white floral vibe from here. They mentioned sakura, they mentioned heliotrope, which are not going to be white florals, but there is something in this mix that gives me just like this hint of white floral, okay? So if you love a sakura note, I don't get a lot of heliotrope, honestly, because it doesn't come off as anything powdery or purple floral. It smells more so to my nose like a mix of maybe white and cherry blossom, but nonetheless, it's a gorgeous pistachio scent. You see, we mentioned pistachio in the top and the base. You're really getting that, which is going to be a gorgeous yet easy to wear note as far as like your nutty notes, because nutty can really take over a scent and make it a little difficult to wear, but this one is so gorgeous. It can literally be someone's signature scent. So they do mention the milk, but it doesn't wear particularly lactonic. It's more like a milkiness that you would get from a creamy white floral, okay? So again, they're not mentioning that, but that's just kind of what my nose picks up on. It's so beautiful nonetheless. So if you are in the market for a gorgeous floral pistachio scent, then please be sure to check out Pistachio Eclat from the house of Taboo. Right, you guys, so that is it for me. Please drop me a line below and let me know some of your favorite black owned brands that maybe I have not mentioned, but you are very familiar with, because I want to get my nose on more and support these companies. And again, you guys, it is so important to support black owned all year, not just in the month of February, because we have products that are top tier, that perform, that are unique, that are amazing to the market in skin, in fragrance, in beauty, in all of the markets. And just as soon as you are able to just go ahead and dive into some of these brands, you're gonna fall in love. Trust and believe you are going to absolutely love. I never even do a video without talking about something from Fenty Beauty. And it's not because I love Rihanna. It is because the products are just top tier. Same for everything else on this list, all right? So it has been real. Be sure that you do, again, sign up to become a beauty insider. Information on that will be linked in the description box. A huge thank you to Sephora. So be sure to shop them for all of the Sephora featured products in today's video. It has been real, YouTube. I love you all, and I will catch you guys on the next one.